Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, guys. I hope from the title, if you clicked on the video and you got the notification, you understand what we're dealing with. Payne's Workshop, 19 variants, 2 different years, at least 2, I would say at least 2 manufacturers. I would call it 3 or 4 different manufacturers of the same car. You heard that right. The 1969-1970 Mustang mod pack. This mod pack has Shelbys, RTRs, touring cars, special edition Mustangs, all the Machs, all the bosses. This is a Twister. And it is insane. Now, Payne provided a list of where they spawn. So you don't have to worry about running to the junkyard to try and find an RTX that's not going to show up in the junkyard. You get my point? So, luckily that's the thing. So, we're going to showcase this entire thing, even if I go insane. Now, I don't know. I was seeing some minor things that I relayed back to Payne there about some of the storage options and stuff, but we're going to restore every single one of them if I can. If I can find them, even if I got to go to the car salon and buy the last 3. We're going to find every single one of these 19 cars. 16 pages of arts. There's probably close to 300 parts in here. It's insane. And everything from Grand Touring Garage to RTR. Like I said, there's variants in here. Yes, there's still a Ford Mustang, but they weren't built by Ford. Far from it. But this is an absolute insane challenge. So, we're going to do them all. I know. We don't do that many cars a day. We only do like 2. Okay. I've been able to keep 4 of them stable at one time within the garage area. Just for whatever reason, that's what my game handles. Maybe your game handles more. Maybe there's, like I said, I've seen some issues with transferring stuff back and forth, so I have no idea. But look at this. Used with all the detail in the thumbnails here. We're clicking through these, but it's very specific. These only work with these taillights. These only, everything works together. This mod is insane. I cannot stress that enough. Honestly, this is more complicated than a lot of the DLCs for Car Mechanic Simulator. And I love Playway, but don't get me wrong. 2 weeks is what Payne said that this took. And that was pretty much straight work. And this thing is nuts. I mean, look at how many trunks there are. It's crazy. Anyways, enough about that. We'll spend a lot of time in that menu later. The other thing is, every parts are not interchangeable, if you noticed. They work together. So you can mix and match, but they're not all interchangeable. This is one of the, it's actually the 1970 Boss 302. It just happened to be back here. So, I did manage to get the 70 and 69 Boss 302s, the Twister Special Mach 1 from 1970, which is what's up front, and then the other one I have stashed away in here, and I had to buy a lot of these at the auction, so forgive me, is this beautiful 1969 Mustang Mach 1. Yeah, it still needs work, guys. Look at the cancerous Ford rust. That stuff that starts to chew through the paint of your beautiful car because, rock salt. The effect here on the rust map alone is insane. But, anyways, I digress. We are doing this entire thing. We're going to do this challenge. Alright? I know it's not very interesting to see somebody take apart and put back together the same car, but realistically, with the variations, the different types, the manufacturers, everything else, it ain't the same car, guys. Not even close. Like this one here, 1970. The front clip on a 1970 is completely different from 1969. Now, there's a lot of times where I see, like, yeah, this right here, car part 3. What the hell, dude? All the metal trim? Payne, you monster. It's fine. It's fine. But, yeah. I've seen that stuff, that antics before from Payne's workshop. But Payne's not, I mean, pretty much a solo act other than a couple of people that help him out with thumbnails and stuff and some of the vinyl and liveries. He's pretty solo act, so doing this is insane. That crew over there is just, I don't know. And if you look, the horns are here. You've got intercoolers for oil coolers in here, even though this car had, you know, specific radiators, strut tower braces. I mean, this ain't no slouch build. There's a lot of detail here. Ain't no slouch build at all. We'll repair what we can. Hopefully it's a little more than, you know, one or two things, because, yeah. Alright, let's go back over here and see what parts we managed to salvage. Yeah, that's nice. Alright. The more of these parts we can get back on this car, oop. Alright. So, the reason we did that, if you notice, the 69 and 70 Mustang Machs have different front clips. The 70 had a ventilated clip with the headlights moved in further. The 69 obviously did not. Even here, this is a completely different front clip on this twister than the Mach in here. So, you know, you come in here, we look at the 1969. This was a year apart. It's basically the same car. And, yeah, see, you had headlights were further out. You had fog lights in the middle. They actually kind of just replaced these with covers. I mean, I've actually seen lights behind them. Seen a few 70 Mustangs that had lights behind the little vents. But, yeah, that's kind of how they did that. It's crazy. So, all right. We gotta tear this thing down. Normally I'd be about the type that would, you know, be more concerned with, oh, all the parts have to be 100%, and then we'll put them on, and, you know, body and everything else. These cars are so complicated, and so many parts are specific and have to go with other parts, like in a puzzle. I think we're going to do these the way we're doing them. But hopefully, you guys are enjoying. You understand my insanity. I personally had a bug where if I put the car in parking, and after I bought it from the auction or whatever, and tried to recover it from parking, or even if I put it at the garage and then put it in parking, it was deleting the car, basically. It was saying it wasn't available. Don't know what happened there. No idea. Don't think it's actually, you know, the mod developer's fault or anything like that, nor would I ever blame them for it. It's just a weird little quirk. It could be a, you know, file or a version thing, you know, who knows. But on the other side of the fence, big deal here, guys. Payne's Mustang mod, in the insanity that it is, released when the tuning parts came out. Yeah. You understand what I'm talking about. Custom brakes, all the missing pieces of exhaust. We covered all this stuff the other day with the different parts. Yeah. We're getting custom rotors, and, you know, these cars are going to actually stop. They're not going to do weird Mustang things, right? Mustangs are not any more unstable than a lot of other cars. They are just as squirrely as, you know, Chryslers or Chevys. It's just people with Mustangs tend to not drive them very well. They tend to drive them dumb, and that's the problem. Not the cars are any less stable than the other muscle cars in the group. It's just people tend to not treat them that way. Oh, we got drums. We got drums. What a sad day, we got drums. Now, see, that's something I wish we could switch. Disc brake rear ends. Swappable rear ends. I always thought that was something we should be able to change. But, because obviously, I mean, yeah, the Ford 9-inch rear end, which would have been in these Mustangs, is a pretty good rear end. Don't be wrong. But a lot of people would have converted them over to disc really quick. Okay. I know you have a fuel pump problem. Oh, there's a one rubber bushing over here. Honestly, the 69 and 70 Mustangs, yeah, some of the better ones. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, 67 was the best year of the fastback. You know, the car was only 3 years old. 69's where they really started coming into their own as far as being, you know, their own kind of car, and they developed that muscle car pull. Kind of ironic, a lot of cars were like that. But, you know, by 1970, they were dealing with gas crisis, and they adapted, but 70 was pretty much, 69 and 70 were kind of the years. You know, you had the positive and negative sides of the muscle car era going away. There's still fluids in this car, aren't there? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It's funny, I don't care. Okay, so we got power steering, brakes. Oh, wow, windshield washer reservoir. Yeah, it's Ford. Duh. Fords would have windshield washer reservoirs in muscle cars for some reason. No idea why. Completely unnecessary part. Actually, it's one of the most necessary. I use the hell out of mine, but now these engines aren't going to be anything special because obviously, you know, the confines of the game. Whatever you're going to do with that, but a lot of these being auction cars, they're almost all going to have oil in it. That's why I don't mind spilling. Yeah, if you look at our money there, we're down 1,000,000 bones. That's how much the auction prices on some of these cars ended up being. And like I said, I had 11 of them. I had 11 of the variations, including the Shelbys. So, yeah. Before I had that little bug that took them all away, I had most of the more expensive ones. So yeah, we spent about $1 million over like 5 hours last night looking for these. It was a rough one. Let's say that. Not complaining, just annoying. But 302 Mustangs were pretty much, you know, that's basically like a 5.0 for modern terms. If you guys are looking for modern terms, the 5.0 GTs are basically 302s. So displacement measurements 302 on a 5.0. 302 cubic inches or 5.0 liters. But so really not a big engine. It's kind of like the small block 350. Your small block cars and your Chevys. 327s, 350s, they're all basically the same engine block. But Ford did the same thing. They basically had one or two engines that were small blocks, and then they had one or two engines that were big blocks, you know. Obviously, the massive, 8 and 10 liter engines that were in the Ford GT40s and stuff back in the 60s. Because guess what? It wasn't Ford Motor Company building those monsters. It was Shelby American. Yeah, completely different company. Yeah, Shelby got a lot of his parts from Ford and bought most of his parts from Ford, but you guys watched in recent years and watched the Ford versus Ferrari thing. Shelby was its own independent company. It just used a lot of parts from specific cars. That's why Shelbys are so expensive. And the Shelby 66 GT40 versus the Ford GT is a very different monster when it comes to cost. One of them's very expensive, the other one's kind of, not real much. I mean, not to say it's not expensive, but it's not, $20 million expensive. Anyways, I digress. We are going to rip this apart, and I don't think we're going to save much. We will build back the same engine just because this is what is spec'd out for a 302, so displacement-wise it's spec'd out for a 302. And Payne is very, very thorough about that. I mean, we've seen that with the McLarens, we've seen that with everything that he's put out recently. If he puts out a mod and the car's supposed to have a base horsepower of 500 or a base horsepower of 700, even if it's the same engine that, only gets 375 if I build it on the stand, the one that came out of the car is spec'd for 700 horsepower in the config file. So, yeah, definitely entertaining. I keep forgetting the little engine part notification in the corner over here, the little question mark that shows the head, is actually transparent. I can work through it. So, it's one of those things. Right. Down here. The other part of this furred apart. It's actually funny. A lot of drag cars and stuff will utilize a lot of like different parts, like Shelby parts and Ford parts. There's very, very few times, and it does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's rarer and rarer that you won't see, you know, Ford motor in a Chevy, or a Ford rear end in a Chevy, or a Chevy in a Chevy in a Ford. And they mix and match certain parts, and they make adapter kits for a lot of them. It's actually crazy. Like a Ford 9-inch rear end and a 12-bolt Chevy rear end are the two main rear ends that you would use in drag cars. And you'll see a lot of Chevys with Ford 9-inches in them. Matter of fact, a lot of the old T-buckets, you ever seen those running around? Like home-built hot rods use the Ford rear end with the Chevy motor. Partially because Chevy motors were, 350s were inherently cheap, interchangeable, tons of parts over the decades. Didn't have to worry about specialty parts. Pretty much a 1975 350 and a 1995 350 at their core were the same. It was just a matter of how the top end was basically put together on them, whether it was fuel injected or carbureted, and wasn't that hard to switch them back and forth. That being said, don't, carburate an LSX motor, because, 429 or 427 LSX motor is probably a little more expensive than a carbureted version. Just saying. Probably going to put out a lot more power for you and a lot more enjoyment and reliability. But, you get my point. A lot of these engines were very interchangeable. This 302 is no different. It was pretty much a, I don't know, I wouldn't want to call it a Mr. Generic engine, but it was definitely a very, very versatile engine. Same thing kind of goes for the 429 and the 464. A lot of times the 460 cubic inch big block that was in a lot of the, luxury cars would be used instead of the 429, because 429s were very expensive, and they would just go ahead and change out the heads on them, change out the cams, and change the stroke profile on the 460 to get a cruiser engine to be a muscle car engine. It was like 5 parts you had to change to get it between a 460 and a 429. And you actually had better displacement with an engine, but you could make a hybrid stroker motor out of it. Broke apart. Oh, well, we don't really care about these parts anyways. A lot of these are broke. And a lot of them get replaced anyways. Repair what we can. Hope for the best, right? I'll take free clips all day long. Distributor parts, whatever. No, my tinnitus is acting up again. I'm getting a whistle in my left ear. Yikes. Wear earplugs when you go into places where things are loud. Yes, even concerts. Guys. I hate to say it, even concerts. Been to a few loud concerts in my day. Been out, working with firearms and been around various equipment and whatnot, and wear earplugs. You may think when you're 12, when you're 17, 18, 19 years old that, oh, no, it's not that loud. Tell you when you're 30 and you randomly start hearing whistling coming through your ears and it hurts like it literally causes a headache. And it comes fast. Not that many years apart. But same thing with engines. Since we're working on engines. These big engines like this, right? We're building this engine. Cool. Got air tools. We've got power drills. We've got, a multitude of different parts that we're dealing with here. Just in general. So, actually, I have the alt. We're dealing with all these parts. Well, we're dealing with a lot of drills, air tools. You see the air compressors laying around. All these presses and stuff. Some of these presses are really loud. The snap press back here for cutting body panels is very loud. So, it's about protecting your hearing a little bit too. Alrighty. Yes, we're putting big slotted brake rotors on it. It's happening. And we're doing the blackouts. Alright, we need camshaft. Check. Boy rail carb. Done. Clutch and flywheel. Overhead valve V8 heads. Come on, where are they? Ah, there they are. Beautiful. Gimme. Headers. Wheel. Fuel filter. Fuel pump. You already had the coil. Grab the distributor and the rotor. I should have the cap. Should be these wires. A single carb intake manifold. Yeah, we have a couple other intake manifolds in here, I think. Oh, yeah. Guess what? We get to use an intercooler. Because we have a small intercooler on this build. Performance superchargers, though. Oh, how about that? We actually need 2 of these and 2 of these. And then I'll have to figure out if we have the overhead valve V8 pipe that goes to the front. Anyways. Go back in here. Get our miscellaneous generic stuff. Like piston rings. I have no idea how many caps we need, but I know I need 2 of these. Just grab 8 of them. Just to be safe, we'll grab a whole 8. Grab 3 of those too. Those pistons look pretty beat up, so I know we're missing a few parts here and there. 16 push rods. Neat. Grab our tie rods and our... while we're here as well. Alright. Let's softly and gently slip these into their slots. You want to make sure you get the piston ring and sleeve all the way into the sleeve and down as far as it'll go, and then lightly tap it into place. You don't want to beat on these and, you know, break them, because you'll actually mar up not only the piston, but the block, and then you could dent the crankshaft and cause balance issues. You don't want to dent a crankshaft, it sucks. These are forged steel parts, but even the slightest little dent will throw their balance off, and it's insane what happens when it does. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Deep breath. Always forget that thing. I have no idea. I probably didn't grab the rockers, so that was my fault. Was thinking about other things, like all those Mustangs I gotta go buy. Oh, many Mustangs. Oh boy, rockers. It's not that I forgot them, it was more along the lines of I just didn't click through all this stuff. We'll just part this in. Treat it kind of like the body. We'll just part in what we need as we need it. Yeah. Camshaft in there. Distributor. Rotor. Yep. Alright. Without V8. Hang on a second. I was like, wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, I'm blind. That's what it is. I must be blind. Hey, look, Tim's. We still need stuff like a cover. Yeah. There's parts that I broke too, so that's kind of where we're at. Wow. I figured a 3 o'clock stream would be a little bit better for balancing out, traffic. Gets people when they're getting off, work and stuff on one end and everything else, but I think everybody's busy this weekend. I mean, I can't blame you. Venom comes out this weekend. I'm going to see the new Venom movie. But alright, we'll do the bottom one. I did purposely everything else besides the bottom head because I didn't want that intake manifold to get in our way until we're absolutely ready for it. So any thoughts on which one we should do next? I mean, we're doing the 302 right now for the 70. Do we do the 69 302 next? Do we do one of the mocks? Do we throw this restored car back in the warehouse, hold our breath that we can recover it, and go try and buy a new one? I mean, you guys kind of tell me what to do on that. I don't know for sure what I want to do. I just know I've got like 4 of these cars sitting in the shop. Wow, I have a lot of carburetors. Oh, it's because I bought the, yeah. I bought 2 for a 2 carb that actually use a different type of carburetor. Alright. This should be ready to go back in the car. Oh, yeah. See, that's what it should look like. Alrighty. Must add an extra. Okay. Power steering, battery, And hidden back here. Actually, I believe inside the car. With the fuse box. Oh, bad lighting. Yeah, let's go over here. I can count. That was probably a little overkill, but what the hell? Good to have an extra one there, too. You start building up a few stack anyways. Oh boy. Oh, we forgot the intercooler. We'll get it in a second. It's a race part. It's on the front of the car. We just have to remember to put the intercooler in before we put the rest of that front grille together. Alrighty. That should be a complete engine bay. Thanks. No, except for the intercooler. Huh, funny, I could take it out that way, but I have to put it in under the lift. Whatever. There it is. Nice. I'm using the shopping list because there's so many unique parts that I'm hoping the shopping list will help. Alright. A few times I'll actually use the shopping list on stuff on a car this complicated. Do the suspension later. I want to see the car fin. I want to see the body put back together. Clamshell, not the bumper. Of course. Alright. Oh, the mirror's red. Crazy. Alright. Need a rear window. Left tail light, rear bumper, right tail light. Get a shopping list now. Alright, did we get the body done? The plates. Yeah, see, that's what it's supposed to look like. The front end is way different than that 69. 84. What am I missing? I mean, I got some California plates I can throw on it because I had those from Christine. $90. Car part 1D and car part 2. And I can't highlight them. Oh boy. Where are those? Oh no. Oh, the hidden parts. I see how it is. Wonder if they're in the car. Like the front interior space. I would almost bet that front. Let's say car part 1G. Oh, it's that one's that. Alright, so hang on a second. Car status, please. Let's car part 1D and car part 2. Okay, so now 1D. We know you need to buy one of those, and car part 2. I guess this one. One of those I think goes on the back. The heck? Ow, they're both on the front. Oh, sneaky, sneaky little frame around the outside of the freaking bumper. And the front grille. Ah, I see how you are. Alright. And the engine cover, which does God knows what to the interior. Because the other ones all do. Alright. Now we got a body and frame. Yes. Alright. Oh boy. Now I get to go over here to the suspension parts. Alright. Pair of double wishbones. Yada yada. One of these. Allow for sure. Probably a front wheel hub. I have no idea on the sway bar. Which sway bar is that? B? Alright. Yeah, we're gonna need a steering rack. 2 end links. Front exhaust pipe, overhead valve, V8. And that's part C, real quick. grab those. Yeah, you can't believe how stoked I am about performance exhaust all the way back. It doesn't make that much of a difference, but man, is it nice when everything's the same color. Nice and shiny. Yeah, why not? We'll put a stock transmission in it. With these, you get all nice chrome headers and everything, and you have that horrible, you know, out of place gray rear exhaust pipe coming out the back, and you're like, that does not match. It is not uniform. Alright, now you can do brakes. 2 of these. Oop. 2 of the drums. Do these real quick before we forget. Okay. Now we got jettisoned into space. Apparently had a bad drive shaft. Okay, both leaf springs are toast. Both shock absorbers are toast. There we go. You know what? I'm just gonna buy 4 fuel tanks right now. Because I got 4 cars. So, buy one for each car you have in your shop, right? Huh. Graphically, I actually think I've seen that tighten down a little bit. Alright. Alright. I need to take apart the wheels. Not a fan. Just saying it right now. Not a fan. Extension cable's off on my mic. That would have been bad. Wait a minute. Huh, okay. I guess I 100% fixed that part and then just bought a new one. 15-inch rim Atlantis and 195/75s or... Oh! Ooh! Okay, no, 225/60s. Okay. We got the money. It said 15-inch Atlantis? Oh, is there something better? I don't know, something in a Krager SS, because that's kind of gross. They need an official rim pack. That should be a DLC. Rims. And it should be, like, official manufacturers like Krager. The retros. Yeah, there you go. 4 15-inchers. That'll work. Because those are basically Krager SS's, which is what I would put on this car anyways. Most muscle cars need Kragers on them. Just personal opinion. There are a few that don't. Your Trans Ams, the honeycomb wheels on the Trans Am, or... But see, Kragers with cross-drilled and slotted rotors looks better. Now you can show off them freaking fancy rotors. Alright. $99. What am I missing? Ah. That would be an interesting one. Start the car and have no gas because fuel pump's not in it. This car probably would have a panel underneath the trunk. Don't quote me on that, but logically, given the fact the fuel pump is positioned at the rear of the trunk, it might have a actual panel where you could do that from the trunk space. I mean, IRL. Alright, well, those are aligned. That's nice. Alright, that's good in here. Interior shop, shopping list, that steering wheel. That makes sense. Pair of roulette seats. Yeah, why not? Camaros and Mustangs basically share the same parts when it came to interior parts, so they're slightly different, but you know, essentially the build was the same. Latest 100 over 100, cool. Move paint shop. Shelby. My God, look at the livery set. Woo! I mean, there's even a separate set of Boss 302 freaking liveries. So there's two different styles. Interesting. Oh, Ford Mach 1 freaking liveries for the 428. These are Trackstar liveries. Ha ha ha! Nice. That is the Black Twister Special livery, I think. You're gonna go with this one with the black hood. I think it looks good. There's a black trunk. Yep. Full solid core racing stripe. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, like I said, that Payne Workshop freaking is insane when it comes to you know, this type of mod like this. It's basically a DLC. I mean, hell, there's more liveries in this than there was in the Nissan DLC and electric car DLC combined. That's nutty. Oh yeah, 450 horsepower. That'll work. Take a look at this interior. Ooh boy. Yep, that's a Mustang interior. Very much so, Mustang interior. Alright. We'll take it out to the speed tack. We'll check it out. And I guess we'll put it in storage and hope for the best that something gets fixed. Alright, take a look at her out in the sun. Nice Mustang gauge cluster for the tack, too. Very impressed. Retro style. 144 miles an hour. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, well that takes care of one. Oof. Remember, there's 19 of these things. Oof. This is a challenge worth undertaking, and I will be tagging the hell out of this challenge. So, you know, if you're looking for something that says build challenge, there we go. Car status, current status 100%, $57,000 with all the performance parts. Actually made up quite a bit in the performance parts area. Alright, let's take this and hold our breath and send it to the parking lot. We're keeping all of them, regardless. Once they're restored, we're keeping them. Alright, so we did a bunch of shuffle. Right? So, what we got in here? Got 69 Mach 1. Very nice car. Probably a lot of the same parts. Actually, the interior is slightly different. Interesting. Nice wood grain in there. Makes sense. Alright, so this is a 429 Mach 1? No, looks like a 302 Mach 1. So, basically under here, other than the engine cover and stuff, this is pretty much the same car as we just built, so... Other than the body panels, that's not very unique. This is the 69 302. This is going to be pretty much the same thing. Yep. Alright. Not a lot of uniqueness there. What about the Twister? Ooh, the Twister actually has the bigger block in it, and we have engine swap options. We could actually do a dual carb or a supercharger on this. Ooh, supercharged frickin' Twister? Yeah, it could be interesting. Start up on Lifter B just for now. Kind of deal with these two as we go. But first, we got to get rid of the frickin' garbage parts because, yeah. We might actually use that Mustang car part too as well. Because we have sitting side by side, just for reference, that's a 1970, that's a 1969. See the difference in the way they did the front ends and whatnot? Actually, the cabin difference is actually there too. The 70 was slightly smaller than the 69, just in general. So, yeah, something to think about. I mean, they were definitely two unique monsters. He built a mod that has both of them. So regrettably, we're going to see pretty much the same type of build as the last one. This, I believe, was a 5-star car when I bought it, so... It's a 302, so... It's a little more complete. A little less damage. But that's okay. Does this have a swap option? Never even looked. Huh. Yeah, we could actually do a dual carb overhead valve V8. Put a bigger engine in this. I mean, it's a 1969. I think it deserves it. You know, it's pre-gas crisis. I'd say we build a new engine. What do you guys think? I think we build a new engine. Even though this one's basically complete, I think we build a new engine. I think it deserves it. Body on this one was complete, so basically I just have to repair parts, throw them back on. Guess that was all of them. So we'll do this car a little bit in reverse. Bit of a window gap there. So other than glass, this car is basically done. Ah, windshield wiper delete. That's what it is. Alright. Ah, shopping list. No. Body is 90% complete. The only thing left on the body is the plates, which, whatever. Still a little Japanese plates on this. Why not? I think it had Japanese plates on it to begin with. No, it had colorful Colorado plates on it to begin with. Ah! Well, no, it's got Japanese plates. There you go. '96. Oh, the engine cover. This part. '99. What? I have no idea what the body problem is. Okay, now it's starting to get on my nerves because it shouldn't be 99. Hood. Body parts here. Frame shelves, doors, trunk, engine covers. Other than the seats, the steering wheel, I don't see anything. No idea. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew. Oh well. In all technicality, this car runs and drives. We're just ripping it apart to restore it. uh, on the bright side, we basically have to just freshen up all the parts. You have to buy too many. Obviously, the things like rubber bushings and, you know, performance parts are one thing, but overall, and I don't think we have to do any rust spray on this. This should be pretty much good. Now, there are junkyard versions of some of these cars. I have one or two of them floating around here. But for the most part, everything has been buy it at the auction. And, well, the salvage auction, we all know, is pretty much the same as junkyard. It's just more expensive. There, and I don't forget. It's already done. 100%. I always forget the fuel tank. I don't know why. Also, I'm pretty sure if you take the leaf springs out of a car like this, the axle would, in fact, hit the ground. Like now. So, I don't know when I'm ever going to use stock brake rotors again, but yeah, we'll have them. Got a few yellow parts in here. Not too many. Most of them are all green. Which is pretty much to be expected. And his car was 5 stars at the auction, and it was bought at the expensive auction, so... kind of to be expected. Probably lost money on it, too. Car was expensive. Alright, so we gotta rip the stock engine out. Rip it apart. Get it all in pieces, and then we're gonna have to switch it over to a I guess 2-carb? Yeah, let's do a 2-carb. I don't know. What do you guys think? Supercharger or 2-carb? I mean, I got the extra carburetors either way. Statistically, this engine is complete, so... I think we're going to go supercharger. The more I think about it, the more I think, you know, the performance parts are sitting there. We've got an opportunity, and why not? We've already done a, you know, basically the same build a minute ago with the 70. Body-wise, it's the only thing that's different. We might have changed the hood. I'll figure out what hood we could actually put on it. I was going to do the supercharged one on the drag car variant, but I can't find the drag car, and it's not one I can buy in the salon. Well, it's one I can buy in the car salon, but then it's 100% already, and they're just ripping the engine out to add performance parts, and that's not very exciting. It's also a quick build, because you literally take the engine, bring it over here, put the better pistons in it, put the better alternators and stuff on it, and then turn around and throw the better supercharger on it and throw it back in the car. I don't like that idea. I say we do a custom motor on this. Because we're using the same 302 block that we took out. It's just a supercharged 302, so... Our base parts will be the same. God, I hate throwing away brand new push rods. Yeah, there was some wear in there, though. No one knows yellow. Yeah, I just gotta figure out what hood we need for it. Alrighty. See what we can repair. Not that it matters. A few parts we need to not buy back, but most of these are performance parts, so. Alright. New engine. The SS doesn't sound like a bad idea either. Ooh. This 360 horsepower. Did I miss something? Oh, there it is. Engine black. Alright, we're at 5 performance parts now. I used these last time. I think I'm going to use the chrome ones. Okay. Yeah, I'm buying 4 alternators. What of it? And overhead valve 8. Ace. Another clutch. Buy 2 sets of those. Buy 5 flywheels. Done with it. Same thing as fuel filters, fuel pumps. Buy a bunch of them. Most of these cars are going to have the same parts on them anyway, so. Buy a set of pistons right now. Bunch of power steering pumps. Set of plugs. I think a couple of these cars have the intercoolers in them. Grab a supercharger, intake manifold. Yes, we gotta use the fancy stuff. Fancy. Alright. Begin assembly. Alright, now we need to go over here. No, I just don't buy 20 of these right now. I think we've prepped enough for a few more builds. Honestly, they're not hot garbage when we get to other parts. We can repair a bunch of stuff. I think we'll be okay. This motor ought to be done with that performance supercharger on it, though. Get the heads on. Tiny. So other than rockers, push rods, engine's done. Well, covers, but I think I need a fan, but I've already got it, so no big deal there. We also did get another hotfix. I don't know what hotfix is actually containing this time, but I did notice that we are on version 10, 1.010. So that's a thing. I don't know exactly what it entailed because I didn't read it. I was too busy worrying about, setting up these ridiculous DLC level size mods for Payne's workshop. But that happened sometime last night. It's probably just a minor hotfix. There was probably some glitch in version 9 that they just had to patch up. Or maybe there was a big thing in 10 that just wasn't done, and they're like, well, 9's done, and then the guy came back and went, oh yeah, by the way, 10's done. Never know with developers. Alrighty, though. I do believe, I'll get back here and take a look. Wow, that is one beast of an engine. Whoa, see it? Oh, I didn't change the timing chain. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, hi. Crap. Alright, get this thing back apart. Can't have that. Weak timing chain. Brand new freaking supercharged engine. Too bad. We call that a mega oof. If we didn't have the engine stand, we'd be screwed. Alright, we need to find a new hood. Yeah, it's almost enough to clear. So you get about 50% of your butterflies feeding in power. Not perfect, but whatever. Alright, let's do the back first. We gotta do the other side first. You always do the front first. Let's get the back in. Yeah, shocks are gonna be trash. Alright. Ah, too far. There we go. So it's nice to see that there's actually customization options as well. So, like, I made that choice to make it out of supercharged engine. And it's like, oh yeah, we got a custom option for that. Very good. Surely shows you the attention to detail that Payne Workshop puts into these. You know, never mind the fact of creating something that's literally the size of a DLC. Only in 2 weeks, too, according to what he said. That's insane. You just think about that. I mean, if you're really content with what he's put together here, that means that the only thing holding back a DLC from somebody like Playway would be licensing. You know, what cars can we use? What can we build? Because obviously, you know, mod developer can do it. Gotta watch it. I'm getting close to not having enough rubber bushings. I think that's actually the last set I need, so I'm gonna have to buy more. It happens. No! Man, that would have stopped awkwardly. Drove and slotted rotor on one side and stock rotor on the other. Yeah. Methinks that a car would pull to the right a lot. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a custom gearbox on this. I wasn't sure I was going to, but I think I'm going to. I think it's got enough juice. I'm getting frustrated with the constant freaking power steering fluid and windshield washer fluid bottles. Oh my god, we can actually see it this time. Glory day! Yeah, I'm pretty sure a supercharged engine has the vacuum lines that you would need to actually run a windshield washer bottle. Just saying. I don't think that's a thing. At least not normally. They wander back and forth. I guess I could go ahead and take care of these. We're gonna keep the stock rims. Because of the fact we went drag mode with it, we're gonna keep the stock rims because they're steel and probably gonna hold up a little better. They're heavier, but they're gonna hold up a little better than some of the aluminum rims with torque, so. Keep the stockies. And they really don't look that bad. The other set just, we had to replace like 3 of them. Whatever. We gotta balance them anyways. Doesn't matter. Try to do them right, but, you know, we only do them so many times before they just don't work anymore. I noticed all of them have the same vintage tire and rim package, which is weird. Even the RTR, I think, has these Atlantas on it, which is weird because it's a drift car, but, you know, whatever. Car status. Frame, body, parts. What the heck? Oh, that would be a problem. I mean, the... Still don't understand why the body's only 99. There's some little part hidden on the 69, I guarantee it. Something dumb. I forgot the sway bar was 89%. That was my bad. The frame is just a matter of throwing a welder on it. That's no big deal. I didn't weld this frame, so. The body. I wonder if the frame being damaged is why the body's got a percentage off. No idea. Gotta be what it is. No, the body still has its piece missing. What the heck, man? Come on, man. Car part 4, 85%. Oh, okay. Where's car part 4 at? What is car part 4? That's a better question. Heck? What is car part 4? I mean, I'll buy one. Not sure what it goes to. Oh, got it. There it is. There we go. Now I thought I was losing my freaking mind. There's on the 69. There's a bezel right here that's separate from the rear clamshell. I think on the 70 it was one piece. That's why I didn't register. Okay. That's path. Whoa. Easy, killer. Wheels are all out of alignment. If I would have gone in a circle really well, I think. Alright. Factory color is that orange. You know, I think we're going to do something a little different here. See if we can find a... something like that. Let's grab the dark green. Alright, and then we are going to go over here to the scale, and we're going to... yeah, like a dark forest green. Maybe a little bit more darkness. Yeah, like a pine tree. There we go. It's a forest green freaking Mustang. That's a black forest. I mean, the Boss 302 logos are not really visible on that. Orange is just orange. It's gross. Red, no. White? Because it only does the... yeah, let's do white, because that doesn't do the hood. I mean, the hood would be nice to be doing separately as like a black hood, but yeah, like that. There we go. Now we're looking good. We'll go with that. A supercharged forest green Boss 302 with a black hood. That's a very sexy monster right there. That is a gorgeous car. And I'm okay with the white for the badging. Pinstriping's fine. Oh, I got the artist achievement too. Look at that. Must have painted 50 cars. Nice. Alright. So first things first. Over here. We're going to add a gear. Change the shift point of that to 49 miles an hour, because why not? I don't know. 208. Yeah, drag spec with 3.0 gear ratio. Throw 5 speed in there. Do a little bit of aftermarket work to that transmission. Alright, so it says that's 535 horsepower. I don't buy it. I think it's got more than that. Yeah, there we go. 1,000 horsepower car. Nice. You almost want to sell it. No, I'll keep it. It's fine. It'll be our 69302. I'm using the liveries to identify which cars I've done too. In case you guys didn't notice. Alright, so open the door. Disassemble. Grab our steering wheel. I was looking at seats here. Wants me to put the roulette seats in it, but I don't think those are going to work. Call me crazy, but I don't think they're going to work. That's the way I want them to. I say we go with the seat 11s. I like the seat 11s. Guys have... Ooh. The interiors... The carpet is filthy. I guess I didn't wash or detail this car, did I? Oh. Ugh. Whatever. I'm gonna go with the fact I didn't wash this, so we're gonna go with car wash. I thought I did, but... Ooh. Nice fresh wash. There we go. Now the seats don't look like hammered girth. The floor doesn't look like somebody puked all over it. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Alright. Take a look at this. Yeah, that's something. It's actually one of the few Mustangs I would own. 69, the 70, and maybe a 69 or 67 fastback. Wouldn't own any of the other Mustangs. I think it'll make every bit of 200 miles an hour. Actually, redline. Wow, that's got some acceleration. We could actually make it faster. That's a scary thing. Got another gear. Make it really dumb. Alright, anyways. We're on 101 over 100. $66,000. $36,000 profit. We spent 30 grand on that car. I figured it wasn't going to make much money. But, parking. Yes. Alright, guys. Well, I need to move. I need to find out where they went. More to the point. We were playing roulette with the cars, so I have no idea where they ended up. Oh, they both ended up in here. Nice. Haha! Proper roulette. Alright, so next time, we will deal with this one, which is a special edition. This is a Twister Special. And this is a 1969 Mach 1. So, I'm assuming that's going to end up being a dual carb engine. And probably this is going to end up being an SS engine. I think I'm going to do full swaps on both of them. Twister Special, yeah, nice. I like the Mach 1 badging at the bottom on those fenders. Those are nice. So I actually seen this car, or seen a car like this in real life with this kind of trim work on it. Same thing with this one. Go to car shows, you'll run across a few of them here and there. But anyways, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and weld these up real quick so I don't forget. And we're going to call it there. Like I said, this is going to be a challenging thing. We have 2 of them done out of 19, and we have 2 in the shop. We've still got to locate, hold on to, and rebuild the remaining 17 cars, basically. So we've got 15 cars out there in the world, out in the auctions. Because they're probably in the auctions. That we got to go grab and hunt down. So We got a boss 302 here, which we just did. So yeah, that's kind of the thing we're fighting right now. It's just spawn rate. Getting a lot of 302s. So, anyways, if you guys like this, if you guys are interested in seeing this challenge completed, I'm going to break it up into parts. Been doing pretty good with the about 2-hour streams there. I don't think I'm going to change that too much. Seems like it's just long enough that people can tolerate it, but not so long that it drives everybody crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep it at 2 hours for now. If you guys want to see everything done in 3 hours, you want to see me try and rush this, that's fine. I am going to try and spend the weekend grabbing up 2 or 3 more cars. I think I can get a total of like 6 at the shop before it tells me I can't have any more stored at the shop because of rotation. But I'm going to try and hunt down a few more. At least 2 more for a little bit of variance and difference. Hopefully can find a Shelby. I got to do some barn hopping and see if I can't find one of those Shelbys. But, yeah. Remember, like, subscribe, comments, big things all the way around. Make sure to check back. We will be back on Monday. I'm not sure if we're going to do an early morning or a mid-afternoon stream. I'm still kind of playing with that. You guys let me know. What works out best for you? I know East Coast, a lot of the people that are still in high school and stuff that like these type of games are getting out, right around that 3-4 o'clock East Coast time, which is about 1 or 2 of my time. So if you guys have a different schedule, you want to pick the stream up at a certain time, let me know. I don't mind. Just kind of want to see you guys' feedback on the whole thing. But anyways, I am Dragon Lucifer, and I will see you guys next